So I recently launched a dream of mine, a brand new affiliate network. And of course, the question is why? Like, why would I do something that's such a massive investment of time and money, and there's no guarantee of success? Well, it all comes down to one big reason. Welcome to the Affiliate Guy podcast. If you want to grow your income, serve your tribe, and enjoy all the benefits of affiliate marketing and having your own affiliates, you're in the right place. Thanks for joining me today. Let's get started. So as you may have heard, I recently did something big. I, along with our team, launched a brand new affiliate network called XP Affiliate. And XP kind of tell you a little bit of the story behind that in a second, the name and all. But I'm going to start with a call to action. Go to xpaffiliate.com and check it out. All right. Sign up as an affiliate, sign up as a merchant. We'll talk about why I started this, and that'll kind of hopefully tell you a little bit about maybe if it's good for you. As you get there and maybe as you listen, you might be like, you know what, that's not the network for you. That's cool. It's not for everyone, but I think it might be for you if you're listening to this. So, I mentioned a few episodes ago, and I talked about how this was a dream for over 15 years. If you go back to sometime in 2009, actually, as I look at the Google Doc here, March of 2009, so coming up on almost 16 years, I created a Google Doc. One of the very first Google Docs I ever created. When I look back, at least it's still around in my Google Drive. There's only like 7 or 8 that are older than this one. And it was basically ideas that I had for an affiliate platform, an affiliate. The first couple of years, it was like an affiliate software. Then it became an affiliate network. And these were some random ideas, some that were well thought out. A lot of it was me complaining about the way things are, improvements, what ifs, wish I could, all that stuff. And some of them, like I said, they were just, well, what if we could do this? What if an affiliate network had this feature? Wouldn't it be nice if such and such? And this doc grew and grew. Initially, it was like a page. I literally just jotted down like 3 ideas that I had. And then it was a month later, I had a 4th idea. And every time we would talk as a team, or I would be talking with other affiliate managers or business owners who are running their own affiliate programs, and someone would say, well, I wish I could do this. Or what if, I could do this? Or wouldn't it be nice if this existed? Or they were complaining about features on other networks or complaining about improvements. No matter how half-baked these ideas were, I would go and add them to this Google Doc. And then, over time, some of the ideas that I added in, say, 2011, sure enough, in 2016, Network A released that feature. And then 4 months later, Network B did. And, some of the big networks were adding some of these things. And so even though I didn't publicize this list, 10 to 30% of them became realities. Why? Because think about who I'm talking to. I'm talking to other affiliate managers and business owners who wish they had certain things. If they're saying the same thing to the networks, some of those things got put into practice. Now, not all of them. In fact, not probably more than a third of them. And that's kind of the problem. That's actually one of the reasons why we created XP, was so we could be responsive to people who they want certain things and we could add it. And the reality is, going again, 16 years now almost. Honestly, after 5 or 6 years, I never thought it would happen. And so me adding things to that list became less and less frequent since, about 2018. I went back and looked at some of the revisions. 96%, I think, is what we calculated, of the words on that document were added prior to 2018. And again, of those words, very few of those things had been put into practice by other networks. But the reason why I stopped adding to the doc was because I never thought it was going to happen. We looked at the development costs. It was in the millions, and that never happened to have millions of dollars of liquid money, liquid assets lying around that we could invest in something like this. And I just finally kind of gave up on it. And again, I would add an idea periodically. Most of the time, it was like I would add it to that document just to get it out of my head. And I would add it to the document. Like if I mentioned it to other affiliate networks, like, hey, it'd be nice. And if they didn't do it, I'd add it to that doc on the off chance that this would ever happen. Well, it finally did. And as I mentioned a few episodes ago, I finally found the right people who had the millions of dollars and access to more, who had a background in software and SaaS companies and are super smart and super connected. And we were able to do this. So I knew that I wanted to start a network. Basically, I wanted to scratch my own itch. And that's how so many products are made. I was listening to a book recently by Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn. And he talked about Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. And the whole idea was she went to a party and she had to Again, not a woman, so I don't fully understand all this stuff, but I had to like cut the feet out of pantyhose. And that was what she did. She's like, she discovered thousands, millions of other women are doing the same thing. She was scratching her own itch when she created the product. So I knew that I wanted to start a network because I wanted to scratch my own itch, but it needed to be more than that. So I met with, over the past year, met with more than 100 people, met with affiliate managers, met with affiliates, met with small business owners who are running their own affiliate program. I met with CMOs who are running affiliate programs. I met with people who have said that they want to start an affiliate program, but never have, because I wanted to, if that's going to be the target audience, I want to know what they're thinking, not just the people who are running programs already. I met with people who are $200 a month affiliates and people who are over $50,000 a month affiliates. In fact, I met with a couple of six-figure affiliates. Most of the affiliates I met with are making between $500 and $3,000 a month, though. But again, some smaller ones and some big ones. Some of the affiliate managers I met with are running $10 million plus a month affiliate programs. Some of them are running affiliate programs that are under $1,000 a month right now. And like I said, some of them don't even have an affiliate program, or they have an in-house affiliate program. They're not on a network, and I wanted to know why. So I went about meeting with these people, and ultimately it came down to what problem are we solving? That was the big one for both merchants and affiliate programs. And affiliates was like, what problem are we solving? And it came down to one word, and it was the word that I had put in the Google Doc back in 2010. About a year after I started it, I put it in the Google Doc. One word: complexity. Complexity. The thing I kept hearing over and over again was that the other networks and most of the softwares are just too dang hard to use. I mean, they kept over and over, Matt, I can't even figure out how to do X. And X was always something basic. Like, I can't figure out how to send an email to my affiliates. I can't figure out how much money we made yesterday. I don't know who's active and who's not. I don't know how to contact this affiliate. Or there's 4 steps to get to this. And I don't want there to be 4 steps. I want there to be 1 or 2 steps. Or from the affiliate perspective, like, how many clicks did I send yesterday? Simple things made incredibly complex by the networks. And this was true of, like, you think about it, of course it's true of the smaller affiliate programs. Of course it's true for them, right? The affiliate programs that are being run by, the CEO of the company, and he's got like a virtual assistant and 1 full-time employee, and he's running his affiliate program in 75 minutes a day. So of course they're too complex for him. That's most companies. Most companies don't have a full-time affiliate manager. As much as I would love for everyone who listens to this to hire our agency, the reality is less than 0.1% of listeners to this podcast will ever work with us. That's just the reality. I know that, and that's okay. So of course it's true for the small time affiliate programs, $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month, even $20,000, $25,000 a month. Yeah, they can't figure out stuff. They don't know where to go for stuff. They can't remember. And then they move stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so confusing. But I had a conversation in this process with, I'll never forget it, with an affiliate manager who I have known since 2009. He, at that time, ran a huge affiliate program and then switched over to another huge affiliate program. Well, now it's huge. They weren't actually that huge back in 2009. Their affiliate program was probably $1 million a year, $2 million a year. Again, big, but not just out of this world. I promise you have heard of this company, and their affiliate program is unbelievably huge. This guy has won awards left and right. He is recognized in the industry. And that's all I'm going to say, because otherwise I might give away who it is, and I'm not going to do that. But this guy was literally saying, he's like, Matt, I log into, and he named the affiliate network that he uses. He's like, I can't figure out how to do half the stuff. I'm messaging the people. I'm like, why did you name it that? Why is it there? Why didn't you, why is this? He's confused. He thinks it's too complex. And he's running an affiliate program that needs a certain level of complexity, because when you run a $10 million plus a month affiliate program, you need all the fancy tools and stuff that the average affiliate program doesn't need. The same is true of bigger affiliates. They need some of the fancy tools that most affiliates, 99.9% of the affiliates, don't need. So what we did was we made the networks for the 99.9%. And we built an affiliate network that does 4 simple things. The first thing is we handle all the tech. So the tracking is flawless. This is the most basic part of an affiliate program. Does the tracking work? No tech nightmares, no complicated integrations. So that's what we did. I was like, guys, we have to make this simple. This isn't meant, at least now, for the multi-billion-dollar company who has a tech team. Integration takes 3 days. Who cares? They need fancy tracking. They can do that. They've got 13 developers, 25 developers. They can devote 2 of them entirely to this project for a month if needed. That's not who we're trying to serve here. The second thing is we handle all of the affiliate payments. So every month, you have an affiliate that's in your program, and maybe he's an affiliate for 2 other programs that he earns money on. And so they earn $300 on each of those programs. At the end of the month, we send them $900. Actually, every 2 weeks, we send them $900 in that case, if we did $300 in that period of time. And so we handle it all. We pay twice a month, so your affiliates get paid very fast. We do all of the accounting and stuff, so you don't have to do any of that. And sometimes that's like a barrier, those logistical type things. The third thing is we handle all of the tax paperwork, all of the 1099s, all the W-9s, all the legal stuff, all the compliance. So you don't have to worry about that. And then the fourth thing was we wanted to make it easy to do the things that the average affiliate manager or business owner who's spending 1 to 2 hours a day max on their affiliate program, make it easy for them to do the things they want to do. They don't need all the complicated tools. They don't need to navigate around them. They need to do the simple stuff. So we made it easy for them. So from an affiliate manager perspective, that was it. And then from an affiliate perspective, we wanted to, number one, make it easy for you to find affiliates. Number 2, make it easy to grab your link. You don't have to dive in and go 4 layers deep to grab a link. And then third, just make it easy for you to get paid frequently, to be able to run reports and know the basic stuff and not super complicated. That's it. Simplicity. Removing that complexity and making things simple. And so a few episodes ago, I answered the question, should you be on a network or run your program in-house? And I basically shared the pros and cons of both, right? So for in-house, the pros where you have control over everything, you have that branding consistency. It's a little bit cheaper than being on a network, typically, not always, but 99% of the time it is. The cons were just the management overhead, again, paying affiliates, the tax stuff, the compliance, all those things, technical expertise. Like I said, most companies don't have tech teams, and a lot of in-house software, nightmare from a tech standpoint. And then just the scalability. Again, as you grow, you now need a full-time bookkeeper just for the affiliate program. You need a full-time person in charge of compliance. You need programmers and assistant affiliate managers and quality control people, and it's unmanageable. And then the pros of the network was, I said, it was easy to use, very easy, access to established affiliates, and that scalability. But I didn't mention things like, again, handling all the logistics and handling the tax stuff and the compliance side. These are huge. Like the compliance side is, so look at this. One of the things that is an advantage on a network is, number one, we have fraud detection on our side. So every time somebody clicks on an affiliate link, it is detecting, is there possible fraudulent activity here? And essentially, if it's a red flag, which is only about 0.01% of the time, it doesn't work. It will not let that activity go through. Then there's green flag, like, okay, there's a 99.999% chance this is a valid click and a valid transaction, just let it go. But then there's the yellow stuff, which we review and we use tools over time that, like, as we manually review it, we can go, that was a valid transaction. Boom. Okay. That was a valid transaction. Same is true with affiliates. So if merchant A says this affiliate, I'm kicking them out of the program because they're bad. Well, then we can look at it and go, okay, what did they do that was bad? Well, they did this credit card fraud. We caught them making unsubstantiated claims that are going to get us in trouble with the FTC. We caught them doing this. Boom. We can kick them out of the network. They're no longer in any of the affiliate programs. We'll let you know, of course, and we'll say, hey, we kicked this guy out because here's what he was doing. And then maybe it's, well, they say he's bad, but it requires some investigation. We'll investigate it. So you get the benefit of the network knowing if somebody's good or bad. So let's say you have an in-house program and they find your program and they're going to sign up with your program. Well, you have no vetting process other than, I don't even know what you would have. We have a vetting process. They actually have to get through the affiliate network first. So when they sign up for your affiliate program, we're able to say, wait a minute, that guy's already got an account with us and he's bad. Like he's been red flagged by 2 other affiliate programs. Don't let him into this program. You can't sign up, basically. And so there are all kinds of things that we can do on the network side that allows you to protect your brand and protect your affiliate program. Again, not to mention all the logistical stuff that we handle and things like that, connecting you with more affiliates. And then one of the cons that I talked about was the diluted brand, right? Like in a network, your program is one of many. in-house, you're the only one, right? And this can dilute your brand a little bit. But this is something that we're addressing at XP. This was the negative that I most wanted to address with our network. That's completely different from every other network. And that's something that we've addressed at XP. I'm going to share more about that in a moment. So again, it all comes down to this. It comes down to simplicity. The vision that I painted for our team is I want our affiliate network to be one that an affiliate manager can run from their kid's soccer practice. And not if you're like me and you're coaching, that would be a little too difficult. But you're your kid's soccer practice, you can run it. Eventually, we're going to create an app, but on the mobile version, it's super easy to use. We want it to be easy to manage for affiliate managers. We want it to be easy to connect with affiliates. We want it to be easy for affiliates to find affiliate programs. We want it to be easy for affiliate managers to manage their program, to run reports, to have everything they need and nothing they don't. Because the nothing they don't gets in the way and complicates things. We want it to be easy to see what you want to see without clicking 9 links deep. As I was telling our team the other day, are we going to eventually have feature creep? Yes, but we're going to do everything we can to prevent that. And we're going to do everything we can to prevent feature creep. And one of the ways that you get feature creep is doing something positive that we do. We are responsive to our merchants and our affiliates. If you want something, ask. If you want to add a feature, ask us. If enough people want it, we will add it. Now, again, we have to be careful and balance that with feature creep. Feature creep, by the way, if you don't know, is just if you've ever had a software where it's like on day one, it was really simple to use, and then they added a couple things, and you're like, yeah, that's cool. And then they added a couple more, and you're like, well, I'll never use those. And then they added like 5 more things that you never use. And now all of a sudden, the things that you do need are, like I said, 4 layers deep under a submenu. And it's hard. The features creep in, right? So really, ultimately, where we're at, we're a small but mighty company. We're kind of a scrappy startup. And thankfully, we got the funding, which is awesome. We're signing up merchants. We're signing up affiliates. We're growing every day. It's been a really fun journey so far. So one of the things that we're able to do, this benefits both sides. Something that as we get bigger, we're not going to be able to do. And most other bigger networks aren't able to do that. Do what I'm about to say is every merchant that signs up, we're featuring them. We will make sure every affiliate knows about your program. And that's something that, again, we're not going to be able to do in a year or two. But right now we can. And so we're invested in our merchant success. We're invested in our affiliate success. We got all kinds of amazing things, some exclusive training. I just alerted our people on my email list, which, by the way, if you're not, go sign up at mattmcwilliams.com. But I sent an email out. And one of the things that we're doing this year is we're releasing a brand new version of No Product, No Problem. And every affiliate that signs up for XP is going to get early access to that brand new version. Course is going to sell between $500 and $1,000. It's our premium affiliate marketing training. And we are going to offer that for free before it even comes out. It's probably going to come out in the fall of this year. Sometime, this spring or early summer. I guess early summer is like late June. So no, it will definitely be late winter to mid to late spring. We are going to release a new version of No Product, No Problem, and every affiliate on XP is going to get access to it. And we're going to be doing monthly trainings and all kinds of other stuff. So make sure that you get signed up as an affiliate if you want to get that training. And this is exclusive training. So go to xpaffiliate.com, click on affiliates or merchants. You can sign up there. You can also check out the blog. We've got some awesome stuff, some unique content on there. Jake on our team is pumping out some amazing content on the blog. So again, training, all kinds of good stuff on there. But that's the quick story about why I started this network was ultimately simplicity. Let's make things easy for people to run affiliate programs and be affiliates. That's what we're all about. So again, check it out, xpaffiliate.com. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. It's going to be a good one. And if you got any questions about XP or anything else, 260-217-4619. Text me anytime. If you're thinking about signing up as a merchant or becoming an affiliate, you're not sure yet, just text me 260-217-4619. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening today. Remember to check out all of our deep dives into affiliate marketing at theaffiliateguide.tv. And if you have a question, ask it at asktheaffiliateguide.com. Who knows? Maybe you even be featured on an upcoming episode. And lastly, if you haven't yet, make sure to leave a rating and review wherever you're listening to this episode. See you soon.